this year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jet, the coach regret even letting them stay in the game. See my route took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Well, it's been a long time since we got a chance to do predictions, but nevertheless, better late than never, right? So without further ado, we're gonna get into week 12 real quick, and we're gonna keep this thing moving. Pretty interesting matchups. Week 11 that went down. I seen an upset of the week in the making. I seen the upset of the week that went down. A couple of blowouts I wouldn't expect it. And overall, when you're in the league, it's literally any given Sunday. You know what I mean? Anything could happen. So, good work to the winners, and those that I put in my mid-season awards earlier in the chat. Keep on balling. You know what I mean? Just wanted to let you know that you're being noticed from the work that you're putting in. But we're gonna get into week 12 right now, and first up we got Colts. Pardon me too, I got a little cold, so if you hear a nigga coughing up his lungs, don't be alarmed. It's just me trying to shake this cold. But we got Colts and Steelers. Colts improved a lot, man. He's been losing a lot of close games lately. He actually lost a couple of games that he should have won. So hats off to the Colts. I'm always rooting for the underdog. So, hats off to the Colts. Keep playing, Scott. If you could just make a few better choices, you'd be in the mix. You know what I mean? But just play a little smarter, and you turn them L's into a check in the win column. But he's going against the Steelers season, has definitely been more on the downside. This will be my first upset. I'll go with the Colts in this one. Steelers the favorite, but I'll go with the Colts in this one. I actually think at this point in time, even though the Steelers record might be a little better, and I'm not even 100% certain on that, I think Colts is playing with more of a the Colts is playing with more of a attack in this game right now. He's playing with more confidence. So I'm gonna go with the Colts. This will be my first upset of the week. I got the Colts, and I'll go Colts in this one. I'll go 23-20. Next we got Bears going against Texans. Texans been rolling so far. Bears trying to figure some things out over there. So if this game get played, I'll go with the Texans in this one. I'll go Texans 42-10. Next we got Chargers going against Bucks. Chargers having a good solid season. I believe he'll continue to keep things rolling on the road this week against Tampa. I'll go Chargers in this one 24-14. Next we got Eagles and Bengals. Bengals still on autopilot, so let me just set this right now for the Eagles. Next up we got Seattle Seahawks going against New York Jets. Seahawks was in the mid-season awards list earlier, but not for something good, more on a negative tip. I had the Seahawks for the most disappointing season so far. I expected big things from the Seahawks. It came down last season. This final week came down to again him making the playoffs. He didn't. No, he actually got in. He made the playoffs last season. So I figured. No, I'm my bad. He didn't make it. He had to win the last game of the season, so he fell one game short. But I figured he would I figured he would play with, some momentum of coming that close to making it to, at least be in the mix. I mean, he still got a chance to turn things around, but I expected more from the Seahawks. He's one game under 500. I believe he'll win this one, though, to put him at 500. And I'll go Seahawks in this one. I'll go 27-17 over the Jets. Next, we got Titans against Packers. Packers is the current Super Bowl champion. Titans got a lot of question marks over there. They got more questions than answers. So with that being said, I'm going to go with the Packers. I go with the Packers big in this one. I'll go Packers 45. Titans 13. Next we got Ravens and Redskins. This will be a good game. Very interesting game. Ravens coming off a bad loss last week. I'm pretty sure he's going to play with a chip on the shoulder this week. Redskins came off, did the Redskins win last week? Hold on, let me see. The Redskins came off a bad loss last week. So you got two teams coming off of two bad losses last week. Redskins at home. I'm not too sure if these two familiar with each other. I don't even know if they even played each other before. But I'm familiar with them both. If the Redskins don't watch it, he can get blown out. Like I can see the Ravens blowing out the Redskins, but I can't see the Redskins blowing out the Ravens. If the Redskins win this game, it'll be a close battle. His defense gonna have to show up, and the Redskins gonna have to put up, a couple of scores. Like I said, both teams coming off two bad losses. Somebody will feel good after this week because somebody will get a win unless they tie, but I don't see that happening. But I'll go with the Ravens in the bounce back win this week, and I'll go with the Ravens. The score of I'll go 20. I'll go 24. I'll go 24-14, Ravens over Redskins. 24-14, Ravens win. This is a force. Let me just set that. Bills and Dolphins. Bills also made the midseason awards list for comeback team of the year from last season. Last season, Bills, around this time, the Bills was already out of the playoff hunt. This time around, he's in the playoff hunt. So respect due to the Bills turning his season around from one to the next. And I'll go with the Bills in this one. I'll go Buffalo 28, Miami 20. Next we got Patriots against Cardinals. Patriots was real close to making that list earlier in the midseason award list for most disappointing team. I expected more from the Patriots as well. He had a bad season last year, but he's pretty much on track again for another bad season. I had the Patriots doing more than what he did, so it's disappointing as well. But I got the Patriots winning this one. No, I go Pats in this one. 27-17 over the Cards. Next we got Broncos and Falcons. Broncos coming up with a big win last week against the Saints. Broncos has been balling. Most surprising team of the season so far. They was definitely talked about earlier for midseason awards. Most surprising team was the Denver Broncos. In the follow-up with that, he had a upset victory over the Saints last week. He's going against the Falcons this week. High-powered offense in the Falcons. But you know what? I think the Broncos got something brewing on the low. And, hey, man, I'm going to pick up another upset this week. I'll go Denver this week into Atlanta. I'll go Denver 23, Atlanta 20. Denver with a late field goal to steal this one on the road. Next we got Saints going against the Rams. Big game right here. Saints coming off a win. Saints coming off a upset loss last week. Rams coming off a big win against a division opponent. These two teams is got totally two different opposite styles. One likes to run 95% of the game, and the other plays more balance. You know, so they definitely on separate ways with that. Saints lost last week, so I got him bouncing back this week. So I go Saints on the road, winning this one, and I go Saints 20, Rams 14. 2014 Saints over the Rams. Next we got Giants and 49ers. 49ers is clinging on for dear life in order to be in that playoff hunt. He'll need this game badly to get back on track, and I got him getting back on track this game. I'll go 49ers in this one. He took a bad loss last week, but I'm pretty sure he'll bounce back this week and get back in that win column. It always feel good coming off a loss. Believe me, I know. Whenever I lose, to get a victory the following game is always a good thing, you know. But I got 49ers in this one. I'll go 49ers 31-17. 31-17 Niners. Let me set this. Next we got myself against Cowboys. Cowboys lead his division. I lead my division. Both of us need this game because our division is close. My division is more close than the Cowboys, but we gotta come in and we gotta take care of business on the road. It'll be tough going to Dallas, but you know, we'll see if we can pull it out. Next we got Vikings and Panthers. Panthers been pretty busy with his work schedule, so I don't know if this will get played. So I'm pretty sure Minnesota get the force in this one. And that concludes week 12. Hopefully I can get a chance to get back to these predictions like I once was. So I'll see y'all week 13. Peace.